Good evening. Welcome back to another Late Nights with Warm Whiskey. Tonight we are going to be switching it up a little bit and starting off with a pour of a classic. Tonight we are sipping some Very Old Barton Crafted 100 proof. So Very Old Barton has had a line that has been going for quite some time. This used to have an age statement. There is a bonded version of this. I know there was some controversy about it being discontinued. I do believe it just rotates, being that it is a bottled and bond product and having to be a product of a single season. But there's a 100 proof, a bonded, a 90 proof, and I believe an 86 and an 80 proof of this. I don't know if all of those are actually in production at this point in time in this day and age, but the 100 proof, the 90 proof are. In the lovely state of Michigan, we are able to obtain the 90 proof most of the time, or I shouldn't say most of the time, I should say some of the time. But in neighboring states, this happens to come from Indiana, courtesy of a Mr. Steele. And Barton, Very Old Barton, made by Barton 1792, is a fantastic value whiskey. These should be no more and should be under $20 to obtain a fifth of some Very Old Barton. And we probably have a whiskey that's in the 4 to 5, maybe 6 year range. They used to have an age statement. It's no longer there, so it could be a tad bit younger. But nonetheless, it is, for the price, a fantastic pour. And there may be some varying opinions on this, but I am a big fan of the Very Old Barton, be it the crafted or the bonded. I have had and have both. So, with that said, we got the classic Barton nose. It's bananas Foster, bananas, burnt brown sugar, that baking spice. At 100 proof, I don't think. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Doesn't feel like it's chill filtered. Very nice. Long finish. Definitely wonderful spice coming through on the palate of this. The sweetness, the banana doesn't come at the same level that it does on the nose, but it's an absolutely fantastic pour considering the price and considering the quality that you're getting with some Very Old Barton Crafted or the bottled and bond or even the 90 proof. I have no problems with any of those offerings and will gladly nab a bottle if I'm in a region where it is available. It is not so readily available where I am. But so we're going to switch it up tonight. I'm going to cut away. We will go do a little close-up of some new blades for 2021, some folding pocket knives. There will be the CRKT Ritual up first, and then the Kershaw Strata XL. And hope you guys enjoy it. Well, let's dive straight into a little bit of close-up knife porn this evening. Tonight we have a new offering for 2021 from CRKT. That is the Ritual, which is an Alan Foltz design. This comes to us at the polar opposite end of the spectrum in terms of his designs. This is a big, bold statement piece. He is known for his small, functional, utilitarian blade styles. And this is a very wonderfully upswept Persian-esque style blade. It comes in 12C27 Sandvik steel, so a nice upgrade from your typical CR Chinese stainless steels. It is a Chinese-made knife, and the finish and execution on this is rather impressive, and I have been very pleased with being able to get my hands on this particular knife. It is an assisted knife. It is very forgiving, easy to close with one hand. I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with that. It does give you a little bit of resistance, but cinches right down after a certain point. Very different feel, especially from like a Kershaw Speed Safe. Have no problem closing those one-handed either. But wonderfully centered, really good, tight, nice, one position, deep pocket, carry clip, semi-deep pocket, really nice, smooth, rounded, fits into some jeans. It's not going to tear up the pocket. Pretty hefty feeling. Not quite sure what the weight on this particular knife is, but it's got some heft to it. Stainless steel liners, and then we have the stainless steel bolsters. We have a nice anodized same color blue back spacer. Definitely a statement piece and a wonderful conversation piece. And 2021 being the year of big, bold knives, it seems, Kershaw came along shortly after the release of the CRKT Ritual, and they said, "Hold my beer." And they brought to us the behemoth that is the Strata XL, which is a modern take on a traditional Spanish Navaja knife. It is rather large but slim, very well balanced and weighted, very agile, a much more utilitarian design and function compared to the CRKT Ritual. And given its large size, you may have to get up top here and get a little bit of a purchase to flip her out and close it up well. If you're back here, it's a little awkward to try to close. So we have a wonderful G10 side, and that is one complete slab of G10, a nice medium texture that rolls over to a nice smoothed out texture. Really good ergonomics, really good feel in the hand. And even though it is slim, no matter where you're at, you've got a really good purchase on this blade. And it saves you the effort of bending over or reaching to cut things. So even its large size makes it functional, and it may not fit in some jeans, some pockets. My experience is cargo shorts, pants seem to be the best fit for this knife. 6.6 inches closed. It'll bottom out in quite a few pockets. But D2 blade steel, a blade length of 5.4 inches, 6.6 inches closed. The handle length, a overall open length of 12 inches. It is a very impressive knife, but very functional indeed, despite the size. So, two knives on two different ends of the spectrum and way big on scale. The XL coming in and the biggest in scale. I think the regular Strata would be closer to the size of the CRKT Ritual. These are fun knives. I think the Strata XL is going to run around $75, and that may be available as of now. The Ritual may be a little bit harder to track down. With all that said, let's get back to a little bit of that Very Old Barton. School.